YouTube, what it do is your boy Benji, and we are back balling. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on multiple social media platforms. Love to chat, jabber with you. We're talking hoops. And hey, the WNBA season is upon us. We have seen an up and down start to the season for many teams. A lot of people were expecting teams like the Dallas Wings and the Aces to be running things, but they've had a rocky start. Obviously, if you were watching last season, you didn't expect too much from the Wings, but, picking up a big-time player like Paige would have possibly made things gel a little bit better, but they got a lot of internal work to do. We've recently seen the return of Caitlin Clark to the sport as well, and the Indiana Fever were actually able to clinch the top spot in the Eastern Conference standings for the WNBA Commissioner's Cup. The game they just played against the Connecticut Sun obviously was a big one. It was competitive, it was intense, and it birthed plenty of memes. A lot of people have had a lot to say regarding some of the physicality that was on display in the game. As you can see here, boom, rake across the face, and then she gets right in Caitlin Clark's face following this rake to the eyes. Caitlin Clark pushes her off of her, and a lot of players start to run to the defense. Look at Marina Mabrey. This was like the second time she did this in the game where she just just bum rushed Caitlin. Caitlin runs out of there. Just look at this. Look at everything develop. Boom. Dropped her. And of course, as Caitlin Clark returns, so does the hot takes. Hit the like if you think WNBA needs to start kicking some of these players out of the league as they continue to assault Caitlin Clark non-stop on the court. This is not basketball, and players can't handle her stardom. They can go home. So again, we did see a great game where a lot of competition was out there. Teams battling it out. We did see some physicality. We did see a little pettiness. We did see a little bit of non-basketball plays. But, we were jumping to conclusions, guys. Funny enough, though, no one was ejected, though. There were jealousy talks earlier this season, and people have started to kind of point out the hypocrisy in some of the talking heads. Based on this clip, you can see who really hates Caitlin Clark. 2 white women. When you look at that, we can finally kill the black bears are jealous narrative. If these girls were black, I'm sure we'd hear from RG3. Not surprised he said nothing about this. And you can see the description here saying that the league treats her like a punching bag. Was it a black players are jealous narrative, or was it a players are jealous narrative? And it happened to be black players sometimes, and the TL took it towards race. I never felt like it was the black girls going after CC. The WNBA in general dislikes Caitlin, not white players nor black. It's a collective effort, and it mirrors how women act in jealousy. We'll keep supporting the league, though. I do want to see them win. Milk on milk crime is crazy, too. RG3 says, everyone don't want to see you win. Everyone don't want to see you succeed. Do it anyway. This could be about anything, but of course, people are going to drop whatever they believe. Oh, my gosh. This play later happened in the game, too, after Indiana tried to prevent an open layup. Players get in their face. Boom. Look at the people in the back. Oh. Surprise. Retaliation. Confusion. A lot of physicality going on. A lot of the comments were about people not standing up for Caitlin Clark last year, and that there could possibly be some resentment amongst her team. Looks like we found somebody who's ready to slide. A lot of people are calling this payback to what Shorty did to Caitlin Clark after poking her in the eyes. But, this could just be, hey, return the smoke. It got petty. It got negative. A lot of people have been saying that there's been existing heat with Jacy and them. Mabrey's not going for it either. A lot of people are excited for Sophie Cunningham now. She's gained some street cred. We'll hear from some of the players and coaches post-game.
I think it was pretty obvious that stuff was brewing, right? When the officials don't get control of the ball game, when they allow that stuff to happen, and it's been happening all season long. All season long. It's not just this game. It's been happening all season long. This is what happens, right? This is what happens. You've got competitive women who are the best in the world at what they do, right? And when you allow them to play physical and you allow these things to happen, they're going to compete, and they're going to have their teammates' backs. It's exactly what you expect, right? Out of fierce competition. So I started talking to the officials in the first quarter, And we knew this was going to happen. You could tell it was going to happen. So they got to get control of it. They got to be better. They got to be better.
Can you specifically detail what you mean by get control of the game, just to be in your words?
Get control of the game is call the fouls that are actually happening on the floor. Right? And consistently call the fouls that are actually happening on the floor. Okay?
And what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on Jacy towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Do you think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it opened?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
They're searching for answers. They're searching for the drama.
Well, that's about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came to basketball.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
talk about
seriously.
basketball. Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull in the second half, Caitlin, in
We're going
particular?
to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
What do you think, again, in the second half, allowed you all to create some distance there? What can you build on going into the cup one?
I thought we were physical on defense. I think that's where we lacked in the first half. I think the first half, we had moments where we were up 10, we're up 8, we're up 12, and we continued to just let them back in the game. And I think, you know, prior to maybe the second half, where we finally got our foot on the gas, that's kind of where we have struggled all season long, is we continue to get these leads, these 8-point leads, these 6-point leads, these 10-point leads, and we just let teams back in the game, and with bad shots, turnovers, whatever it is. So I think it's just, you know, we kind of got over the humps there, and then we're able to grow our lead in the fourth quarter. They even cut it to 10 in the fourth quarter, and I thought we really responded well, and we're able to open it up for a pretty comfortable win.
We focused on ourselves in the past two practices, and at the end of the day, we knew what Connecticut was going to do in this game, but we executed this on what the floor. But I'm proud of what we did and how we handled our own out there.
Their job is hard, right? Their job is hard. You know, the game has changed so much. Players are faster, they're better, they're bigger, they're stronger. You know, they're as good as they've ever been, they're as athletic as they've ever been. The game is fast now. Things are happening quickly. Everybody's getting better, except the officials.
Oh
So
my
we gotta
gosh.
find a way to remedy it. I mean, you've heard every coach talk about it, so I don't know what the answer is.
Apparently, Sophie Cunningham's jersey is selling out too after this. So I think, in some sense, negativity does fuel. I think when the amount of people that are going to talk about something. At the end of the day, I think people like controversy and people like storylines, and particularly if we're talking about sports. And I think that we're starting to create alternate storylines for the Fever and women's basketball in total. Because at the end of the day, it's been a pretty solid season. We've seen a lot of talent over the last 2 years. So I think things are moving forwards. I mean, look at what this fool posted after the game too. But yeah, this was a crazy game in total. I think we only saw Cunningham get ejected, and this was like in the last 40 seconds of the game. We saw a couple tackles, a couple flagrants. The referees are probably going to be on top of things the next couple of games, and they're probably going to get on the Fever coach for addressing the referees too. So we're going to see where this goes. I am glad to see that, you know, at the end of the day, there's a competitive spirit amongst all the athletes, and nobody's backing down. Everybody's stepping up. I'd love to see this as long as it stays within the confines of the game. I'm not mad at this. At the very least, we've got some teammates that are willing to step up for Caitlin, and the Fever as a whole are looking quite formidable this season. We're seeing a couple teams step up and a couple teams regress. So as we head into the second portion of the season, we're going to try to select some all-stars and see where things are going to go. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the incidents and if there's some underlying jealousy or at the end of the day, people are just hooping. Drop some comments down below. Let me know what you want me to talk about.